All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to center an isometric drawing. So an isometric drawing is a drawing like this, where we can see what something looks like in 3 dimension. Um, so to centering it, it's not as easy as going half an inch, half an inch. So we're going to go through a whole sequence of step to get this guy in the middle. If we do it correctly, the distance from here to the top is the same as the bottom to the bottom of the drawing. The left side to this edge and the right side to this edge will be the same. So we're going to go through some steps to do that. Bam. All right. So I have a format page. I called it Isometric. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the middle of my page. So what I need to do the easiest way is to take something long like your T-square, and I'm gonna lay it from corner to corner. So on my drawing area. So the 4 corners of my drawing areas: this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. So I'm gonna lay it top corner right here to here. So corner to corner in the drawing area. And I know the middle is not gonna be right here. It's gonna be somewhere in this. So I just do a light, kind of very light line right here. Bam. So you can see my line right here. Gonna do the same. So corner to corner of my drawing, not the paper, but the drawing area. So see the top of my box right here. Bam. So right here where they meet is the middle of my paper. Okay, so T-square is firmly against the edge. I have my triangle right here. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go down half the height of what I'm drawing. So this guy was 2 inches tall. So the height is 2 inches. Half of 2 inches is 1 inch. So I'm gonna go down 1 inch. Not all the time, but just because half of the 2 inches is 1 inch. So check it out. I'm gonna take this guy, bam. I'm gonna make a light line, and then I'm gonna measure down on that line 1 inch. Throwing all my tools around, bam. So 1 inch right here. So basically 1 inch down would be right here. Now I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go down to the left 30 degrees. So check it out. So I take 30 degrees when I have my triangle right here. 90 degrees, obviously. You guys can mostly identify that. 30 degrees between the long and this guy. So if my triangle's laying down 30 degrees this way, if I need to go 30 degrees the other way, I can flip it around 30 degrees this way. Not up. This would be 60 degrees and 60 degrees. So I'm going to do 30 degrees going down left, half of the width. So the width on this guy, this measurement was 3 inches. So half of the width, half of 3, would be 1.5. So I'm going to make a light line coming down, bam. And then I'm going to measure down 1.5 inch. So I take this guy and 1.5. So far, I made a cross. I came straight down half the height, which was 1 inch. I came down 30 degrees, half the width, which was 1.5 inches. Now I'm going to flip this guy. Bam. And I'm going to do my bottom line right here. Bam. So now this guy is going to be, either side of my middle mark is going to be half the length, half the length. So this guy was 5 inches. So basically, I'm going to have on this guy, I'm going to have 2.5 inches up this way, 2.5 inches that way. So I'm just going to make a line that's pretty light right here. And now I'm going to measure 2.5 inches along that line to right here. And then 2.5 inches up here would be to 5. Bam. So now I have this line right here. Half the length this way, half the length that way at 30 degrees. Okay. So basically I made this line right here was just what I did. In my drawing, I'm going to need that whole line so I can darken that in. So bam, now I can darken that in. Bam. So all that hoopla, all I did right here, all these steps was to figure out where this line goes to start it. So instead of doing half an inch, I have to go through those steps. Make an X in the middle of your paper, go down half the height, then come out 30 degrees, half the width, flip it, half the length, half the length. So that is how you center an isometric drawing. Now I can erase everything but that bottom line that I had. So all this hoopla was to figure out where to start this line right here. So centering an isometric drawing.